Hi there, everybody. It's me, Josh. I know I say a lot, and I'm sorry for that. So, what I wanted to talk about today is I know everybody. Well, I know it's a mixed bag of people either loving or hating the way the Barbie line is now. A lot of us, like me, miss the 80s Barbies with the superstar body and these beautiful head sculpts. And I know a lot of you like the made-to-move dolls and their bodies and the customization of it, where you pop off the heads and create your own characters. And I fully support and love that they do the curvy dolls. And I think it's great. I love it. But in the same breath, I want there to be a change. I want there to be the curvy dolls, but with rubber legs. I want there to be dolls. I want you to be able to choose to have either a made-to-move body or have the old basic Barbie bodies back. And not just for anniversary dolls and not just for like different collector lines. I just want I want them to bring back quality to the Barbie brand. I'm tired and sad that there is just, you pay between $10 to $20 or more for a Barbie and you can't do anything with them. The possibilities, like your Barbie used to be limitless. You could do anything with her. You could pose her, photograph her, do all this crazy stuff. And now you either get one arm bent or nothing, or you just get stiff, rigid bodies and they stand there. And that to me is not quality. That's not fun. The dolls feel like nothing either. I mean, when you picked up a Barbie from the 80s, there's a weight there. There's quality. The hair is soft and pliable. It's not just gelled out of control. You get quality. So my plan is, and I hope we can all do this, is start a letter writing campaign. And I don't mean an email. I mean grassroots, down home, pen and paper, write a actual physical letter to Mattel, being polite, kind, nice, everything. Don't be bitchy, don't be mean, don't be hateful. Just tell it like it is, from the heart. And this is what I'm going to do. There are people who are in control, like Margaret or Margot Giodottis, Christopher Sinclair, Richard Dixon, Kevin Farr, Peter D. Gibson, Robert Normile, Normile. Those are the 6 head board members of Mattel who control everything. We need to write letters to Mattel Incorporated at 333 Continental Boulevard, El Segundo, California, 90245/5012. I will give that information again near the end, but we need to write in, tell them what we want. We are the ones that give them the money. Like, we all sit here and say, oh my gosh, Mattel's doing it again, they're screwing us over. But we have the power to make change. If we take it in our hands and go directly to them and just be honest, like I said, be kind, and just be like, yeah, we love the Barbie line, we love your doll, but this is what we want. We don't want any more Dreamtopia crap. I mean, if you love Dreamtopia, that's great. I'm happy for you. I'm not a fan. I'm tired of walking into Toys R Us, Walmart, Target, or anywhere and seeing 90% of the Barbie aisle be Dreamtopia and stuff that's been there for like 2, 3, or longer years. It's just been sitting there because nobody's buying it. I don't even know one little kid who's just like, oh my god, Dreamtopia. You know, they're not into it. And if the kid or adult is into Barbie, they're in for the play aspect, the collectability aspect, the photography aspect. Just everything about it is what they're into, except for the Dreamtopia stuff, because they're limited. You can't play with these new dolls unless you customize them, unless you pop off the heads, swap out bodies, reroute it with better hair. You know, we end up spending $10 on a doll, but then we end up spending $50 or more customizing the doll to make it what we really want. So, like I said, if we go in there and write letters to these executives, these people in charge, and let them know that, hey, we love your stuff, but this is what we really want. I mean, hell, they listened to us when it came to Totally Hair Barbie. I mean, I think about a year ago, no, it was around before Christmas, I had heard, oh, there's gonna be an anniversary Totally Hair Barbie, and they listened, they did it. I mean, it took them a long time, but they did it, and they made her, and we have proof that they still make the bendable leg Barbies. We need to get that back, not just for collector lines, but across the board. Yeah, keep making the made-to-move bodies, but come on, give us some variety. Give us back the old bodies with the bendable legs. I mean, you hear about people complaining, you know, on the news, like, oh, feminists are upset about Barbie having large boobs and a tiny waist. I guarantee, I know Mattel listened to them because they know eventually it would come down on them and parents would get angry. But you know what? They're not being forced to buy it. The people who are doing all the complaining about Barbie normally aren't people who even have children. They're, oh, I'm so worried about about the children's future. But I bet you most of them don't have children. And we are the ones giving the money. You know, if we don't want to buy it, we don't have to buy it. There's no one forcing us. I've always said that. There's no one in the Barbie aisle with a gun to my head saying, buy this, buy this. I mean, there was a long period of time where I did not buy any Barbie product because the quality was just so crappy. And I do like the made-to-move bodies, and I love the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s Barbies. I mean, especially the 80s and 90s. I was born in 78, so all the doll lines, I've seen them all through 78 to now. I know them, I love them. But now the quality is it's just not there. And I would love to have original Barbie head back, the face back. I mean, look at that. Hold on. Look at that face. I mean, there's nothing, I don't see evil. I don't see, her being bad or being bad for kids. Because most little kids, if you ask them, know that it's just a doll. They don't model themselves after the doll. So, again, let's get in. Let's do this. Come on. I think we can do this. I know I don't have the biggest subscriptions in the world, and I don't care. As long as the few of us get in there, pass it on to your doll collector friends, and just pass on the information that we can do this. If a large enough group of people communicate to Mattel that this is what we want, they have to make that change because we're the ones who give them the money. It's a big company, but we are also part of that company because without us, there would be no Barbie. And it sure damn well seems like they're trying to kill off the Barbie line with every few weeks. There's a new Dreamtopia strawberry bubble unicorn princess thing. Let's see if Mattel will do away with that. Bring back classic Barbie. Even if I would happily, again, pay $25 for a Totally Hair Barbie. I would happily pay $25 for a Barbie built like this over this. I will buy this. I don't care about buying a made-to-move body, but I want this too. I think they can coexist. I think they can work well. Screw what the angry people say. I'm not saying screw feminists or anything like that. I'm just saying, it's not important. There's a lot more things we need to worry about and care about in the world than rather if Barbie has a tiny waist and big boobs. But as As a fan, I want her to have this tiny waist and big boobs, and I want her to have the made to move body. I like them both. I do prefer the old style, but we can make a change. We need to make a change for the better of the doll collector community. Not for just for me, but for everybody across the board who loves old school Barbie. And if they don't want to make the move, then maybe we should just ask them to do more reproductions of the 80s and 90s Barbies. So, in closing, again, you can send an actual letter to Mattel Incorporated, 333 Continental Boulevard, El Segundo, California, 90245-5012. Again, it's 333 Continental Boulevard, El Segundo, California, 90245-5012. And the people you need to get a hold of are Margaret Geodais, Georgiadis, Christopher Sinclair, Richard Dixon, Kevin Farr, Peter D. Gibson, Robert Normel, Normile. Margaret has been head of the board. She's head of the board. I think these are the people we need to get a hold of. These are the people, just right, to Mattel, care of, or to Margaret Geodais, care of Mattel. Write, care of at the top of the letter to any of these people, or to anybody at Mattel, or just send a letter to Mattel. We need to get our message out there. We can and will be heard by Mattel. It's just a movement that we have to do in our doll community to get things that we want. I mean, if a large enough group of people can make Mattel change Barbie from what she used to be to larger waist, smaller boobs, we can get them to change her back, even if it's just for slightly higher end collectible dolls, like the Totally Hair Barbie. I would be happy with that. We need more of that. We can make this happen if we really try. So please, let's write these letters. Let's get on the ball. Let's make a difference for ourselves, for our doll community, and for Barbie. Let's try to save her before it's too late. I know that sounds kind of drastic, and I implore you, if you do want to write a letter, please be polite. Please be kind. Be honest. Tell them how much you love Barbie. Tell them. But you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. So be nice. Don't be vicious. Don't be viper-tongued. Be as kind as you can. And let's try to make a change. Let's do this, okay? I count on you guys. I don't mean to like bitch or complain. I wasn't trying to go onto a rant. I'm sorry if this has offended anybody. It was not my intent. I just think we can make a difference. So I love you guys. I will talk to you later, and have a good day.